What a start to the season it has been for Nuno Espirito Santo and Nottingham Forest. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video, and yes, today's video is going to centre around this football club right here, Nottingham Forest, a club that obviously has a bit of a soft spot in my heart, a club that is based in a city that I have lived in, grew up in, and currently obviously live in. And obviously I have a lot of friends and a lot of people that I know that obviously support this great football club. They today are going to get the much needed, much warranted praise and attention on this channel that they so deserve for what has been an incredible season so far by Forest. 10 games in, Forest are up to third in the table and are going very, very strong in all aspects of the pitch, of the squad, of the club itself. So today we're going to shed the spotlight on Nottingham Forest. Before we go any further though, in doing all of that, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section as well. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it on Nottingham Forest, that I'm sure will make for great and interesting reading. So please do use and abuse that comment section, people, and talk to me on how you think Nottingham Forest season has gone already and how you think their season will go by the end of the campaign. I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading, so please do get involved. And now that that stuff is out of the way and done with, let's get back to talking about Nottingham Forest, Nuno Espirito Santo, the manager, and everything else in between. Forest are up to third. 10 games into the season, Forest are in the top four, currently in the Champions League places, and are third, only behind Liverpool, who are top of the table, and Manchester City. I don't think anybody would have predicted the kind of start to the season that Forest have had so far. I definitely don't think anybody were expecting them to be in the top four by 10 games into the season. But Nuno Espirito Santo has done an excellent job with Forest so far during this campaign. Forest players can be very proud of what they have achieved so far. And really, we're going to be left with the question soon of where will this side finish? They are putting my pre-season prediction of a bottom five finish to shame with how well they've started the campaign. Now, of course, nothing is ever decided 10 games into the season. But if things continue the way that they are going, Forest could be on for an incredible campaign for this season. I did this video because I feel like Forest aren't getting the praise and the attention that they deserve. People are focused on Arne Slot and how well he has started at Liverpool. People are focused on Manchester City and the recent dip in form of Pep Guardiola. The injuries to the likes of Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne are hindering their start to the season. People are focused on Arsenal and maybe Arsenal fans starting to lose patience with manager Mikel Arteta. People are focused on the media circus that is Chelsea Football Club. People are focused on Ruben Amorim joining Manchester United very soon after Erik ten Hag's sacking about a week or so ago. There is a lot to digest with the other football clubs that are going around. But somewhat going slightly under the radar, I think, and not getting the attention that they deserve is Nottingham Forest. Like I say, I have grown up in this city. I have obviously been born and raised in the city of Nottingham, and I've always got a soft spot for Nottingham Forest because obviously I've got friends that support them. I'm from the city itself, even though I am a Liverpool fan and always will be a Liverpool fan. But there's always been a soft spot for me there because it's the local team. It is the local team. They're in the Premier League. I remember watching the game when they got promoted back to the Premier League after 22, 23 years or whatever it was, and how incredible that felt for the people of Nottingham, how amazing that was for them. And then, of course, over the past couple of years, they have done exceptionally well to remain in the Premier League, keep their heads above water and survive in the top flight division of English football. And then this season, they have just taken it all to new heights. Everything is clicking for Forest right now, and I didn't expect it, and I don't think a lot of you would have expected it either. But Forest have been performing exceptionally well, picking up some big wins, including against Liverpool, who have not been beaten other than that Forest result earlier on in the campaign, and they've been playing exceptionally well before that and ever since. Apart from maybe a bit of the Brighton game, for example, I don't really think Forest have actually put in a truly bad performance. And they've been very, very good. They've been very fun to watch at times. Nuno has got them set up really well. They're really disciplined. Defensively, they look solid. In the midfield, they look industrious. The signing of Elliot Anderson, I think, has been a brilliant addition to that Nottingham Forest side. I think he's again another one that's going a little bit under the radar. I think he's been brilliant for Nottingham Forest so far during this campaign. And then in the attacking sense, Forest are looking dangerous. Whenever they go forward, they are dangerous. Whether it's the counter-attacking options of the likes of Anthony Elanga or Callum Hudson-Odoi, or whether it's just hitting the target man of Chris Wood. I mean, Chris freaking Wood. I don't rate him as a footballer, but I can't deny he is bagging the goals right now. And the guy has been in form these past 12 months. He's been arguably one of the most informed strikers in the Premier League. And that's Chris Wood, a guy who signed for Nottingham Forest from Newcastle for 15 million. And we were all sat there at the time questioning what the hell was going on at Nottingham Forest. 15 million for Chris Wood at that time seemed laughable. It seemed like it was a joke. And look at what the guy is doing right now. Bagging goals for fun. He's got 8 goals so far this season. To put that into context, that is one less than the entire Manchester United team combined. That is the same amount of goals as the Crystal Palace team combined. And that's one more goal than the entirety of the Southampton team so far this season. And the guy is not looking like he is slowing down anytime soon. So much so that he is a fantasy football staple right now in the current scheme of fantasy football. He is in the majority of players' teams, and rightfully and understandably so. The guy is on a roll. Call him Bacon because the guy is on a roll. It's absolutely incredible what he is going through right now. It's absolutely incredible what this whole Nottingham Forest team is going through right now. Like I say, Nuno's got them set up brilliantly. Matt Sells in goal. Didn't really rate him last season, but the guy is on fire right now. Keeping Forest in some big moments, in some big games with some huge saves. He is definitely on form. The Nottingham Forest defence, Murillo keeps them going from strength to strength, and it's no wonder why a lot of the big clubs from around Europe are seemingly taking a shine and an interest in him. Aina's looking strong. They've got some very good and solid defenders that can also go forward, whether it's be attacking set pieces, whether it's obviously on the counter-attack, down the wings. They are looking strong in the midfield, like I say. The partnership of the likes of even Ryan Yates is playing well. The likes of Ryan Yates and Elliot Anderson, like I say, that kind of pivot is going really, really well. Morgan Gibbs-White, you add to that as well. Obviously, we know that he has been somewhat underrated since joining Nottingham Forest. And again, he was another one who everybody looked at the price tag of when he signed for Forest and was questioning what Forest were thinking. But you can't argue some of the contributions that he's been making to Nottingham Forest in terms of his goal scoring and assist output have been pretty solid for a team of Forest stature over the past couple of years that have been battling relegation. So, again, they're going strong there. They're building a team. They're building some strength in depth. They're building some quality on top of the quantity. And you can see the steps of the past couple of years coming into the Premier League, splashing the cash, spending a lot of money and on like 30 odd players. It was crazy, but there was somewhat method to the madness to build for the future. There was method to the madness to stay in the Premier League and then build from there. And last season again wasn't amazing. They had to sack Steve Cooper and get Nuno Espirito Santo in. Again, it wasn't perfect, but they managed to survive, and they built from there to the team that you are seeing this season. And that leaves the question: where will Forest end up at the end of the season? That's my kind of question to you today. Where will Forest end the season? Will it be just a mediocre finish at the end of the campaign? Will they somehow get dragged into an incredible relegation battle, even at that stage? Or could European football truly be on the cards for Nottingham Forest? Now again, after having a soft spot for Forest, I would kind of love it to see Forest back in some form of European football. It would be incredible for the city. It would be incredible for the football club. I would love to see them back in some form or some shape or form of European football. And it's not out of the realms of possibility for a team like that to gain European football either, especially with the introduction of the Europa Conference League in recent years. We have seen a number of teams down the years that you wouldn't probably expect to be in Europe gain European football in some way, shape or form, whether it be the Europa Conference League or the Europa League. We've seen the likes of West Ham, Brighton, even Burnley, I think, for a season, managed to obtain European football in some way, shape or form. And incredibly, if you are looking at that, Nuno has history. Nuno, the manager of Nottingham Forest, has history of gaining European football for the team he has got when it seemed unlikely that they would have it. Remember when he was in charge of Wolverhampton Wanderers? Not only did that man gain a promotion into the Premier League with Wolverhampton Wanderers, but he also gained them European football. Not once, but twice in 2 consecutive seasons for Wolves. It was seen as an incredible achievement. It was seen as an incredible accomplishment for Wolves and for the Premier League itself, because obviously it was not necessarily something that a lot of people had backed Wolves to achieve that campaign or the campaign after, but it was something that of course happened and was incredible for. Something that I think sometimes, again, goes a little bit under the radar, but Nuno got them there. Wolves were another team to add to that list of the Brightons, West Hams, Burnleys that gained European football when they weren't necessarily backed to do so. So he has history of making that happen, and Forest could certainly do that. If they continue the way they are, they could certainly do that. Now, in my personal opinion, I'm expecting a bit of a level out. I'm not expecting the form of Chris Wood to continue in this sort of insane way it is. I think it will level out at certain points in the season. I still think he'll be an important player, and I still think he'll bag a few goals here and there, but I'm not expecting it to be the frequency that it is. I still think that although their strength and depth is building, I still think that, maybe as we get into the latter stage of the season where the games are coming thick and fast with maybe, double game weeks, the intensity of the campaign, maybe even the pressure later on down the campaign, if they still maintain this level of people starting to talk about them a little bit more, can they handle the pressure outside of their own fan base with a lot more eyes on them? Can they handle that? That could also play a factor in maybe determining where Forest may end up this season. But it's been a fantastic start to the campaign. I hope they can gain some form of European football. I think it would be great for the Premier League. I think it would be great for European football, again, to have a somewhat sleeping giant in that realm back in that world again. And I'm hoping that they do. Like I say, I've got a bit of a soft spot for them. I have to admit, I've got a bit of a soft spot for them, having grown up in the city, having obviously a lot of friends that are Forest fans. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Forest season unravels. They've got a big game this weekend against Newcastle. a competitor for those European football places. This could be a massive opportunity for Forest to get 3 more points on the board and to gain one over on a fellow rival, it seems. So to keep up their good start, this could be a big opportunity. They are, of course, at home as well. So that is another bit of the advantage before a ball is even kicked, seemingly going in favour of Nottingham Forest. But we'll see, obviously, how both teams play on the day. We know Newcastle can be very difficult opposition for anyone and everyone. So it will make for a great game. I've already given my prediction in the predictions video that I did either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember now. So go back and check that out if you haven't already. But I'm anticipating a very exciting and very intriguing game of football. But yes, I'm very much interested to see where this team could finish. I'm loving what's happening right now with Nuno Espirito Santo and with Nottingham Forest. But I do expect it to kind of level out a little bit. But European football could still be on the cards for the Nottingham-based side. I look forward to it. I'm intrigued by it. And of course, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Nottingham Forest's start to the season? And where could they potentially end up come the end of the campaign? Let me know your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, down below in that comment section. Use and abuse that section, people, and talk to me on this whole Nottingham Forest situation. Would love to hear what you have to say down below. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. As always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. Thank you all for your continued or even brand new support. It's very much appreciated to me and the channel. Thank you all so much. Always and forever. We'll never take that for granted and will always be appreciated. So thank you very much for that. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see and speak with you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon.